Hey guys, it's your brujacarrieliz here to do a quick little energy reading for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out. Alrighty, so it's happening already. I've already just cleansed this energy, finishing up with the Palo Santo. I've already said my prayers. Whew. So that we can channel messages for your highest and greatest good. And keep in mind, guys, this reading is going to be general. If you'd like to book your own personal reading, you're more than welcome to. My website is down below. I'm available for tarot readings, candle services, and Reiki. Okay, so let's tap in. I have a song playing in my head already. It's called Promise by Romeo Santos. And I heavily get from Spirit that they're saying to keep your promises to yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. And also, as I was getting ready, I have Florida water in this Colonia 1800 bottle. Whatever spiritual colognes you use, if you gravitate to any kind of spiritual colognes, whether you make your own, because you can make your own Florida water, you can make your own kind of spiritual colognes, or purchase them, bless them yourself, basically just saying a prayer over it. To bless it and consecrate it as, you know, whatever you want it to be. But heavy on the Florida water, heavy on spiritual colognes, and Spirit saying you're anointed. And they're throwing me back to kind of like someone getting baptized, or someone needing to get baptized, or there could be someone going through an initiation. But Spirit is saying, collective, that you are anointed. You are someone that is divinely guided, divinely protected. You are blessed, you are favored. Also continue to keep up with your spiritual cleansing, your spiritual practices. It's very important for you. I get a lot of, you are like a sponge. You absorb energy at this time. Most especially, we just had a full moon. Just like tonight, like, the energy is still ripe, if that makes sense, with the full moon, because it's typically 3 days before, 3 days after. But we just had the full moon in, I believe, Scorpio. And we're about to have another, we're going to have a blue moon this month at the end of the month of May. And whew, guys, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to tap into that so much, but it's very important for you to still kind of keep up and still kind of feel out the vibe and what's important in regards to astrology. But yeah, the energy is ripe. And Spirit is saying you are like a sponge, an energetic sponge. I feel like you can feel you. Goodness, let's get this party started, right? If I could talk. Spirit is saying that you heavily can feel others people's energy and tap into their energy. Like if someone's feeling off, or you're kind of, even just you think about someone and you're like shooting them a text like, hey, are you good? There's something about your energy, collective, that you attract people to you, but also you can almost scan people's energies. You can read their energies very well. You can read people's body language. There's something about that. You're needing to continue to cleanse yourself. And they're pointing out like Florida water, because I keep this in my purse. I keep this on my desk. I keep it in my car. I have so much Florida water here, there, everywhere, like little bottles and stuff. It's so important for you to have, you know, some kind of spiritual cologne, something to cleanse yourself. Whether it's an oil too, because you can have, you know, kind of cleansing oils, or make your own kind of alcoholado, whatever it is that you're called to do. Because I get some of you can create your own. Some of my spiritually gifted and talented witches, I almost said witches and witches, brujas, brujos, witches, light workers, healers, however you resonate. And whatever practice you practice, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, santeria, like, because I get that the collective that I'm reading for, you could be in different paths. You guys, some of you could be Wiccan, some of you could be, you know, witches, some of you could be very solitary, some of you can practice with a coven, some of you are in an ATR. however this goes, I just feel like it applies to all of you. It applies to all of you to continue to have protections up, having your wards up, having, you know, crystals on you, meditating, praying, but definitely keeping something on you that you're able to cleanse your energy, and you're also able to protect yourself. That's something that's important, because they're kind of pointing out too. I have this one's more for prosperity, with the green little kind of green bag that I'm working on, but I have little red ones, little black ones that I keep on me or in my home in different places, in my purse, my car. Like, you guys can make this personalized little like gree-grees or mojo bags for protection, for your family, kids. They're just heavily saying, like, stay up, keep up on your protection, keep up on making wards. We just had Beltane May Day, May 1st. If some of you were able to collect the rainwater for May 1st, that's fantastic. You can use it for other things. But heavily, it's almost just like, not that the year started over, but we're transitioning from spring to, eventually it will be the summer solstice. And this is a time of spring cleaning. This is a time of planning. This is a time of kind of getting yourself ready. But Spirit is definitely saying that when you're in rooms with heavy energy or high energy, remember to clear yourself. Most especially when you're coming from the outside world into your home, like outside of the car. You know, like, get some Palo Santo, get some sage, go ahead and do like a smoke cleanse, go ahead and do spiritual cologne. I know some people too like to immediately, as soon as they get home, go shower and pray over their shower, as they're, you know, kind of removing the energy of the day, the energy of outside off of you. That's what a Spirit is saying, to have daily practices that you do that help you, help cleanse your energy. But also, there's something about it that at this point in time, the energy is heightened, and it's really important for you to stay protected and renew certain things that do need to be renewed. If you place little wards around your home or apartment or anything like that, renew those. Okay. Spirit is so adamant about this. So for some of you, this is really important, because they're like not moving past this subject. What else? Yeah, I'm definitely just getting that spring cleaning kind of vibe. It's, don't forget to like wash your windows, wash your doorways. Obviously with the first of the month, we normally kind of wash down the doorway and blow cinnamon in through the door to attract prosperity, bring in blessings. But yeah, Spirit is definitely saying, some of you are in this practice of, you do this monthly or you do it weekly, or there's some kind of spiritual cleansing practice that you're already doing, right? And there's others of you that are coming into this reading that are brand new, that are just learning these little tips and tricks. And these are things too that as you grow, as you heal, as you elevate on your spiritual journey, you're learning more about this. I get that for some of you, you could be purchasing books or communicating to other people or watching YouTube videos, and you're learning, you're growing, and Spirit is saying this is a good thing. These are things that you have been needing to do, and these are things that if you weren't able to have it passed down through your lineage, that you're getting this information passed down through other people who have had that kind of privilege to get it passed down by elders, by spirits, by not just their spirits, but like their guides, but also like on the physical plane, like having family members, or like they're saying like madrina, padrino, like having elders that communicate and kind of give you advice as well. They give you guidance. Okay, so keep up with your cleansing, place protection wards, and if you need to, kind of renew some as well, or create some for family. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful energy. And for some of you, you're definitely doing a detox. You're definitely, some of you could look into fasting. Definitely recommend checking in with your doctor before starting any kind of fasting or changing up dietary practices. But for some of you, you're going to be looking into fasting, and not just like a weight loss kind of a solution, but I get to more for like spiritual, like a spiritual purpose of fasting, in order for you to kind of clear out the things that you've been eating. Again, they're saying, like, I know I have a deck in my hand that I'm shuffling, but they want me to channel, so we're gonna just do that right now, right? They're saying that it's so important for you to kind of be mindful of the food that you're consuming. Like, if you order out food, pray over your food, right? Like, there's nothing better than like a home cooked meal that's full of love, right? And they're saying that when you're getting food from like other people outside, ordering out and stuff like that, I mean, you just don't know what kind of mood or energy someone is that's preparing your food. So definitely keep that practice of praying over your food. And also, like, hay comida en la casa. Like, there's food at home. Start cooking your own food if you're not in that practice of doing so. I just get like grandma energy right now of like, hey, there are things that you need to do, and like, let's get to it, okay? There's someone here that their spirit guide does not like shortcuts. Like, they like doing things the right way. And they're just trying to give you some love, give you some nudges in the right direction. So, alrighty, so let's see. We're gonna tap into the energy and spirit oracle deck. Let's see what else we got. What else do we got from my beautiful collective? Oh my goodness, cards are falling out. Let's see. I'm not feeling these that didn't flip out face up. We have two that fell out. We have current of emotions with uncontrolled feelings, and we have relaxation, peaceful pursuits, and happy time. These two cards together give me like Nine of Swords. They give me like the Nine of Swords vibes of, hey, you're actually needing to get like a full 8 hours of sleep, and you're unable to do this because you have some emotions that you need to address, right? You're needing to get some kind of emotions down, write it down on paper, or like you're up at night thinking, or there's something emotionally that you're needing to there's something emotionally that you're going through right now that you're needing to process, and Spirit is saying, it's almost like you're getting in your own way. Maybe you're suppressing these emotions, you're not wanting to address them right now. You just want to relax, but you're unable to relax. You're unable to get proper rest. Excuse me. Psst. Mr. Scratchy. Dang. You're unable to rest. You're unable to kind of fully like decompress because of these emotions. We also have at the bottom of the deck soulful appreciation and heartfelt gratitude. And I like too that there's a scale here. There's a balance between the material world and the spiritual world, or even just nature, connecting with nature versus, you know, God, how do I even say it? They're pulling me in a whole different direction with this right now. They're kind of just like, they're pulling me into, I saw this interview, I believe it's on the Horrible podcast, and it was 𝕭𝖗 Elias from Crescent City Conjure, that he was being interviewed by this guy, and he was talking about New Orleans, and he kind of mentioned that I don't want to say a simulation, but society is under a spell in a way, and it's like, people are waking up to like, hey, we're literally working to live. Like trees outside, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things that like when it dawns on you and you're just like, why the fuck are we doing this? When literally there's fresh water outside, we can grow fruits and vegetables in our yards, out on trees. Like, people maintain their lawns and have just like freshly crisp grass, and it's like, we could be using that space, we could be cultivating, being stewards of the land, taking care of things, taking care of ourselves, and instead we do things for an image. We do things because everyone else is doing it in society. And Spirit is saying there needs to be a balance. Like, people need to wake up. And I remember too, in this interview, he had mentioned that reality is kind of just all on people's perspectives, because people's realities of what they see on TV versus what's on their phone versus what they live on the day-to-day life in their homes and outside of it. Like, it's all different, right? And I get for some of you, you're really needing to disconnect. You're needing to disconnect from the outside. You're needing to disconnect from the normal day-to-day, what society is accustomed to, what society has been lulled into this kind of sleep, because that's what Spirit is saying. This is kind of like a spell that's been thrown over blanket, like a blanket spell that's been thrown over people. And the ones who are awake, they're awake and they're loud and they're just like, hello, does anybody else see this? But I do see collective that slowly, bit by bit, people are waking up and realizing, why the fuck are we doing this? You know what I mean? Like, why are we working for the machine? Why are we working for these billionaires? Why are we doing what the fuck it is that we're doing when we could just be living our lives, you know? Like, oh God, someone's throwing up. I hear a cat. I hear a cat. Oh, sir, are you okay? Oh, goodness. Yo. I will get you in a little bit. But I definitely get, you know what? Some people might be sick to their stomach realizing that shit too. Because for me, what society's going through right now, especially I live in the US, it's like modern slavery, honestly. We work for the machine, we work for the people, right? We work for corporate companies, we work for other people. And I'm just like, we're never going to be those millionaire billionaires. And honestly, a lot of people don't want that. They just want to be able to afford life, have their own home, maybe have a little plot of land and just be happy. But in reality, especially millennials, we've been lulled into this idea of, hey, go to school, go all the way through college, go, you know, get your degree, get your master's. Like, so many of us are like, yeah, we got a degree and it's not useful. And we're not even doing anything of what we, you know, we're not doing anything with that piece of paper. A lot of people are just learning online because guess what? All of this knowledge, all of this information that we go to schools for, it's online. It's available. It's free. It's open, you know? There are even some college classes that you can jump into for free and just sit in. And I'm just like, if you want to learn something, go out and learn this information. It's out there. The information is out there. This is the time period where like there's so much available to people, but we get so lulled and sucked into the comfort zone. And that's where, you know, if you think of the balance of like good and evil or light and dark, whatever, it just, that's where the darkness laughs. That's where the darkness like is like, got him. Like, look at this sucker over here. You're just following the other sheeple. You're just following in line what they want you to do, right? Waste your life until you're 65 and then you can retire, maybe. And it's like, what do you go do? Like, what do retired people do? They go ahead and they get their RVs. They start getting those cruise packages. They start, you know, trying to travel, try to live their life. And it's almost just like you're playing catch up at the end of your time here. You're playing catch up just to live and relax. Bruh, live and relax now. Live and relax now. Oh, goodness. And I get for some of you, this is just something that like you're becoming so aware of that it could just be emotionally tearing you up, that you don't feel like you're on the right track, or you feel like you're wasting your time here, you're not living a full life. And it's like, totally understand, but you so deserve to relax. You so deserve to be in a peaceful energy. You so deserve to have this balance of work and home life. And have you ever heard of like I think I said this in another reading, how the Italians have that phrase, dolce far niente. It's like the sweetness of doing nothing. And a lot of people are like, oh, we really like Italian culture and like how they live. They know how to live. And it's just because they prioritize their health. They prioritize sitting down and sharing a meal with people. They prioritize going for walks after eating. They prioritize spending time inside, outside, like connecting with their food. Like food is love, you know? There's so much that they're just saying, like, people, and like we need to adapt healthy practices, most especially in the United States. I know other people in other countries are kind of like, yeah, we're there. Because I totally get, like, US is kind of way far behind. But it's just about incorporating healthy lifestyles. Like, you can add things to your life without taking things away. We're not saying, like, put down the Ben and Jerry's, right? We're saying, hey, go for a walk too. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Spirit is saying, is you'd feel happier, you'd feel better by actually finding balance in your life. You need that balance. Something about it. Some of you could be overworking. Some of you could be stressing yourselves the fuck out. Feeling like bills are piling up. Or there's something to this collective that you're needing to find balance in your life. Yeah, look at this. We have emotional desert, which is inactivity, isolation. Like I said, you're needing balance in your life. And we have beneath the surface, hidden truths, something unknown. Yeah, there's more to you than meets the eye. And sometimes that's why it's so important to be kind, because we never know what someone is struggling, what someone's going through internally, right? On the outside, we can look so happy, but on the inside, we're literally falling apart. That's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is also saying you have such a huge heart. You have so much love to give. You deserve to receive the love that you pour out into the world, right? The love that you pour out to other people. And I get to, collective, some of you could really isolate because you feel so depleted, because you need to give the love that you give to others to yourself. You need to replenish that love. You need to replenish your cup. But yeah, there's so much to you. Like, you're not one of those people that's very, I get, collective, you're not one of those people that's very shallow, that's very like surface level. You know, there's some people that are, they're just one note. You're very complex. And what I get is, like, some of you could be sapiosexuals. Like, you could love intellectual conversations. Like, you're attracted to people by their intellect, by how deep you can go into conversation with them. Because some people, they can't even talk about world politics. They can't even talk about, like, their favorite meal. They're just very, you know, I don't know. They're just vocal fry and vocal stems. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, this is what's trending. And it's like, okay, you're up to date with what's trending, but not like what's going on around the world, or what's going on in your community, or what's going on, you know, with your neighbor. You know, when's the last time you knocked on your neighbor's door and said, hey, are you okay? Or like, hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar? Like, we don't do that shit anymore. Do you guys notice? Like, we don't connect with people anymore like that. And that's what it is. That age of technology where we have so much information and so many ways to connect, but we really don't. We're so disconnected. We're just saying we're so disconnected. And I get to, a lot of us are nostalgic for that. We're nostalgic for a time of connection. We crave that. We crave love. We crave connection. And that's why we isolate, because it's kind of like, where's our people? Like, where are our people that understand us, that appreciate us, that like vibe? You know, some of you can feel really, some of you feel, they put it in my head of like, some of you think that you feel too much. Like the way the empath just went empath, like, and all caps. I'm like, why are you yelling? But yeah, some of you have, like, you feel the depths of an ocean. The way that you feel for other people, they don't even have to be in your own country. You just feel for people. You know, sometimes it's overwhelming to see the news constantly all the time, and you're not sure what's propaganda, what's truth, what's lies. Sometimes it's just videos on our feeds, because I'm seeing, like, they're scrolling through TikTok and it's video after video after video of either an ad or something terrible that happened, some kind of gossip. Like, there's something about it, collective, that you're needing to disconnect. You're needing nature. You're needing the outside world. You're needing to write again. You're needing art. You're needing to finger paint. You're needing to get messy. There's something about that you're needing to connect back to things that make you feel human, that make you feel grounded and good about yourself. Like, There's something to that, collective. All right, I know we're almost 24 minutes in. Ascended masters too. Some of you could have ascended masters that you're working with at this time, or spiritually at the level that you're at, collective, you're trying to ascend to become an ascended master, if that makes sense. Like, I fully believe in reincarnation, and there's a lot of other practices that do. And what I'm getting is that on your path, on your journey, however many lifetimes you've been here, collective, you have a mission and a purpose to eventually become a guide or a leader for other people. And this is why your journey could be so difficult or tumultuous, or you're feeling very isolated, because in times of darkness, in times of strife, in times of feeling alone, that's when you learn some of the harshest lessons. And I don't necessarily feel like you're alone, collective. I feel like you're being guided and you're being helped along the way. But it feels very isolating when you're not able to talk about it to other people, because they're not on that same mindset. They're not able to, because they're showing me like a cup with a strainer, a cup with holes. It's like they're not able to hold everything that you have to offer. They're not able to have that kind of conversation to understand. And yeah, I totally get that too. Like, you know, this is like big sis energy here that I'm coming through. Like, I get that, because I've had conversations with people and I'm like, you do not understand a damn thing that I'm saying. And I'm like, you know what, that's when we got to cut the conversation short and just move on, because there will be some people that will never understand you, your path, your journey, your beliefs. And that's okay. That is totally okay. You will find your people, collective. That's what Spirit is encouraging for you to get outside, because you're inside too much. And how are you going to find your people if you're constantly inside? Alrighty. Like, how will you find the love of your life? And don't even tell me that, oh, it's going to be the Amazon driver. It's going to be, yeah. Spirit's like, wake up. Wake up. Yes. Like I said, a lot of you are waking up. A lot of you are recognizing society's fucked up and we got to change some shit, right? Because in this lifetime, I don't want to be responsible. Someone's saying, I don't want to be responsible for this shit, this mess. We didn't even start this mess, but we got to finish this shit, okay? Holy fuck, right? Empath in all caps. Don't tell me I'm not a witch. Don't tell me I'm not a fucking witch over here. I can't. Yeah, you have the gift of courage. And look at that. Didn't I say society is asleep? It's like a spell that's been cast, a blanket spell. Speaking of, throwing it back to when I was talking about New Orleans, do you ever recognize there's certain areas where like spiritual people congregate, right? There's certain areas that have ley lines. There's certain areas that some places feel darker, like London. Super spiritual area, right? But it kind of has a darker twist to it. Same with New Orleans, like, it invites hedonism. It invites the gluttons. It invites overconsumption. That's how they get you, right? Like, you can got there so quick. Or like Arizona, Sedona, even like places like Mount Shasta in California, places like Casadega in Florida. Like, there's so many different places that they're pointing out throughout the world, right? Because I know I'm just naming stuff in the United States, but throughout the world, there's places like this. And I just get, some of you are being like called to those places, and just be very mindful and take pause, take heed to warnings when it comes to visiting places like that or moving to places like that. I just get, collective, you don't want to get caught up in something that may not be for you, okay? Whether it's a group or people, or there's something about that you may get tempted to go to a place, move to a place, visit a place, and just take heed to warnings. You know, like I said, keep your protection up, keep your wards up, basically. But I mean, the way I said spell work, wake up, empath, you have the gift of courage. Some of you are waking up to the way that people have tried to keep you asleep, to your own gifts, to your power. Yeah. Some of you are star seeds. You're not even here. You're not even, he doesn't even go here. Like, you're not from here, and totally understand. Like, some of you are here to what? Raise the vibration of this earth, raise the vibration of the human race so that we can grow, elevate, heal, do better. There have been cycles and waves of people that have come in. And I'm just kind of like, well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with this group, right? We have work with crystals. Yes, some of you definitely need to work with crystals. Like my most recent babies that I've picked up. Gorgeous, beautiful energy. Like, love it. Love working. Work with the crystals that you're called to work with, right? I remember when I first started out, I had gotten a book, one of those books on, oh God, who made that book? I can't even remember, but it was basically like a 101 for crystals, and it was like a whole thing of like all the different crystals and like the minerals and like, you know, kind of like their composition and then their spiritual meanings and blah, blah, blah. Like, go to the crystals that you're being called to work with, because there's a reason for that. Whether, you know, it's something to help with your throat chakra, with your healing and boosting you, giving you empowerment. Like, there's something to that collective that you need to pay attention to the crystals that you're being called to work with, because there's something with your chakras that it's out of balance, it's out of whack, and those crystals that you're being called to work with are going to help you. We also have Atlantis that came in. Some of you do. Some of you need to cleanse. I think I meant to mention it earlier with cleansing. Some people like to obviously cleanse in the shower, but some people like to, because I've seen this with Espiritismo, get, they're saying like a fuente, basically like a bowl, a cup or whatever of water, and actually like removing the energy into the water and dumping that water out. Like, if you're not able to full on take a shower, spiritual bath, whatever, like you can still remove and cleanse this energy and direct it to, you know, an element, right? A lot of people use water because water is very cleansing. We use it to cleanse our bodies, right? But yeah, there's something about that, kind of throwing your energy, any kind of negativity, removing it from your body. Definitely. I know Atlantis, it's in the water, but they're saying, again, cleanse your energy. Some of you have history in Atlantis or your star seeds. Yeah, look, we have abundance coming in. I think some of you guys are recognizing, like, yeah, I deserve better. Yeah, like you're like I said, third eye awakening. You are waking up to your own gifts. You're waking up to your power. You're waking up to the ways that you need to change. And Spirit is saying, take it bit by bit. Okay, one day at a time, because this can be very overwhelming when you're learning things about yourself, when you're, you know, recognizing, oh shit, like there's a whole big world out there, then maybe you don't fully understand and you're needing to learn, or, you know, you want to connect with other people. You know, take it one day at a time, one little thing at a time, right? There's so many spiritual workers that I know that, you know, they learn from family members, they learn from people that are in a certain tradition, right? But there's some people that don't have any of that, and they're learning from the internet, they're learning from YouTube, they're learning from TikTok, they're learning from books. And I highly encourage knowledge, right? But also sit with yourself, sit with your guides, because you have your own inner wisdom, you have your own lineage, you have your own spirit guides that, above all, they protect you, they guide you, they teach you, they have so much to teach you. Even if they're not physically there, they are still on the spiritual realm. They're there for you. Some of you need to have altars where you can sit and talk to them. Some of you need to light a little candle for them, set up a cup of water for them, and just connect. It doesn't need to be complex. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Sir, my God, the way my cats love to... and then they go louder with their scratching. Let's see. All right, let's pull from the Evil Eye deck. We have some protection that came out. It says, let the rays of the sun clear away any negative energy that you might be feeling at this time. Like I said, some of you need to get outside. You're cooped up inside. You need some sun in your life. You need to be out in nature, to smell fresh air, to listen to the birds, listen to, you know, the wind. Connect with the trees. They're saying connect with the trees, and I know some of you are going to be like, oh, that's so hippy dippy, like we're going to go hug trees. Some of you need to fucking go hug trees, but some of you need to sit outside, stand outside, and just watch how trees communicate with each other. They do. They sway, they rustle their leaves, they communicate with each other. And some of you need to actually sit outside and just listen, watch and observe. Instead of hitting that scroll on your damn phone, like, be outside. Listen to nature. Some of you are fantastic with earth and different elements, because some people are more connected with fire, some people are more connected with earth, with water, with air. Like, some of you need to connect and tap into elements, because there's something about that you're good at working with it. Okay. Not these fucking cards coming out. We have Silent White Worker here. It says someone around you is doing white magic in secret to help you without your knowledge. We also have a spirit team here. I definitely get your spirit guides have, not that they have you wrapped around their finger. It's just like they have your back. They're watching over you. They're protecting you. They're encouraging you to learn. They've got your back. They've got your back. You're not alone. You may feel alone, but you're not. We also have manifesting work. Yeah, someone is trying to manifest you in their life. Yeah, I get this is a very positive thing. You could have someone praying over you. You could have someone that wants someone just like you. Whether this is a platonic friendship that's coming out, whether this is romantic, like there's someone out there, collective, that wants to connect with you. And they're praying for you to come into their life. And that's why Spirit's just like, get outside. Go get outside. Go to that farmer's market that you've been wanting to go to. Go to this meeting that you've been, go do this, go do that. Like, go hit that run club that you've been like eyeing up and down. There's something about that collective. Like, if you've been wanting to do things, but you've been kind of holding yourself back, go out there and do things. And it doesn't even have to cost some money. All right. It doesn't have to. Like, some of you just need to go to the park and walk. Excuse me. Do some of you have nosy ass cats that love to get into cabinets? Psst, get out of there. Dean. Sir. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Get out of there. You nosy. Close it. Close it. Ah. I know you hear me. Sorry, we're doing a stare down. Not this cat over here. They just like pop it open and then they just look inside. I'm like, nothing's changed. They do this with my like lower cabinets, and it's just like a little kid looking in the fridge and it's like the same snacks are in there. Okay, same fruits in there. Nothing has changed. Anything else from this deck? Yeah. Oh yes. That's a thing too. You could have good things coming your way, good people coming your way, and collective, yeah. You definitely have someone praying over you that's like wishing you well, wishing you to elevate, to grow, to heal. Yeah, someone could be trying to do some kind of magic or spell work to take love away from you. But it's kind of just like your spirit team has your back. The way that you show up in this world, the way that you love, of course people would want to try to take that from you, but what's meant for you is meant for you, collective. It's not meant for anybody else. So don't be discouraged in that aspect. Your spirit team has your back. But also continue to what? Do your cleansing and keep up your protection. Okay. And also ask for assistance. Ask for help with your spirit guides. If you don't have that kind of relationship to be like, hey, like I'm going through some things, or like, hey, I need help, or I need advice, like, please. They are your family, basically. Go to your guides. Go ask them for help. Go ask them for advice. Alrighty, so I'm going to be using the Luna Soul Tarot deck. When I tell you, not me splitting the deck and seeing the Ace of Cups. When I tell you that this little deck has been hidden in my stash, and this is like brand new. Like, I have not used this. And if I have, it's been like years. And I was just like, this is such a spring summer deck. I need to whip this one out. So beautiful. There's a card in here called, I think it's called Wu Wei, W-U space W-E-I. And I believe it's called effortless action. It's like letting things come in the flow, in harmony. Which I love that. I love so much that they like address that. Some of you, yeah, you're busy doing too much. You're stressing yourself the fuck out, honestly. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are going to be getting a lot of attention. There's something about the way you are going to level up, especially with that Ace of Cups that I saw when we split the deck. You're going to pour into yourself. You're going to love yourself, and people are going to see you just for being you. There's something about you, you little weird soul, right? You little weird one. That is going to be magnetic. That is going to attract a lot of people. You're going to be in some kind of spotlight collective with this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands owns their power, is very courageous, very knowledgeable. And with the cat here too. Oh, not the Ten of Cups underneath. Oh, shit. Yeah, guys, you're about to start a new path, a new journey. This could be a new spiritual path or new career, but you're about to get love too with this Ten of Cups, or you're about to be really fulfilled in this new path, this new journey that you're about to go on. But you stand out. There's something about you, collective, that is very fiery, passionate. You're very wise. You're very intuitive as well, because we have the cat here on her lap. You're very in tune with your intuition. You're very in tune with your gifts. And for some of you, you need to own that power. You need to say these affirmations daily of, I'm powerful, I'm connected, I'm tuned in. Like, you need to, there's something about that Spirit is saying you need to be doing morning affirmations. You need to be looking in that mirror and feeling yourself. If you're not doing it, then you're not in the bathroom looking in the mirror long enough. Like, there's something about that, collective, that you need to hype yourself up. You need to hype yourself up. Why? Because if no one else is going to do it for you, you got to do it for you. Okay? You need to be your #1 cheerleader. We have High Priestess here. It's so funny too, because around her, I think those are pomegranates, or like the representation of pomegranates, but like they just look like vajayjays to me. There's something here too about feminine power. I got the song Pussy Power, I think by Nitty Scott, in my head right now. Some of you need to tap into that feminine rage, that feminine power, the creative side of you, the side of you that births new things into this life. And it doesn't have to be children. It's just yeah, there's things beneath the surface that you have not tapped into yet. It's because you're not fully like in alignment. They're saying you're not fully in alignment with yourself. You need to tap into your higher self. You need to connect with higher versions of yourself. We also have Justice here that's coming in. I love too that they're on their thrones. My beautiful fair Themis for Justice here. Yeah, and she's holding her balance. She's holding that scale. They're showing me too, it's interesting that they have this, like the throne basically depicted on top of water. You could be going through rough waters right now, but trust that your intuition is leading you on the right path. Trust that your intuition is leading you on the right path. And that things will work out fairly. Things will work out. But yeah, you have love and a new beginning coming your way. Look at this. 4 of Wands. Yeah, celebrations, union. Some of you, this is marriage. Some of you, this is opening up a business. Some of you, you know, this is some kind of achievement milestone for you guys. For some of you, you're graduating school or going into school, or, you know, there's some kind of achievement. There's some kind of level up, right? Some of you, you're taking a test, because I just put like, you could be taking like, what did I say, like the MCATs or the LSATs, or, you know, you could be studying for something, and some of you, you're about to pass the bar. Like, there's something to that, collective. You're putting in a lot of energy and effort, and you're about to win big time. There's something that you're investing your time, energy, and efforts into, and you're about to win big time. You're going to celebrate. You know, this could be even a new step in something new, right? Whether this is a promotion, you've worked really hard, now you're getting promoted, you're leveling up in a position, you're opening up a business, and now this is opening day. You're in a union, you're invested time into a relationship, now you're getting married, you're leveling up in some kind of way. Yeah, that's what Spirit's saying. I also get too, it's like, do not live in regrets, and don't live in the past. Don't live in the what ifs and the shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, like, don't live in that energy, especially in the past. When you think about, you know, past relationships or past people you've dealt with or past friendships, you know, look forward to the future. Be grateful that certain things did not work out so that better can come in for you. You know, whether this is like you've got 10 rejections for a job, but then you get this one, or something opens up for you and suddenly it's like a twist, a fate of events, right? That, oh, like you're actually starting something that turned out to be 10 times better than what you were trying to apply to or trying to start. There's something here to that as many times as you've failed or made mistakes or learned about, you know, yourself, the past, other people, like there's something great that's coming here for you. You just don't see it yet. And I get to, this is a major level up for some of you. We have the Emperor here. This could be an Emperor coming into your life, or you're stepping up into this leadership role position that is going to be fantastic. Like, you're meant for this role. There's something about you, collective, that you have some kind of knowledge, you have some kind of wisdom that you're meant to be in this leadership position. Whether or not you feel that way, right? Whether or not you feel that way, but there's something about, because I get to, some of you are like, I don't want that responsibility. What are responsibilities? They just put like the rugrats in my head right now. I just got, collective, some of you could be headed towards a leadership position with more responsibilities, and that may not be exactly what you're wanting, but it's what you're meant to be doing, if that makes sense. Like, some of you could be very resistant to it. Maybe this is, you don't like public speaking, and then you're in a position of, hey, you got to be talking to people. Some way, somehow, you're going to be shining brightly, that someone's just like, yeah, we're picking you. And I get a lot of that is spirit being like, yeah, we handpicked you just for this mission, just for this job. Enjoy. And it's just like, you also have to work through personal things, or like some kind of emotional aspect to it, of like, because I get anxiety too, like your heart racing, you're over here sweating, like, oh my God, this is where I'm at right now. But spirit is saying, you've got this. This is what you're made for. This is what you're meant to be doing. Yes, 72, they have my ear ringing. It's basically just like, hey, pay attention, heed that call, right? Don't you dare. Yeah, I don't know if you just heard him. Yeah, my other kitty's trying to bite the cords over here, trying to distract me. I get it, collective. I feel like you're about to keep people in line, or it's just like a mama duck trying to lead the baby ducks, and you have some of them jumping in the pond, and you're like, what the fuck? We're just trying to cross this road and you're over here distracted. Like, some of you are going to be leading in some type of way, and it may be a headache at times, but you're meant to be doing it. Why? Because you have the kindness, you have the compassion, you have the mindset for it. You're not going to be someone that abuses power. You're only going to be teaching people, growing, learning, so that you can be better to, in turn, help others kind of level up and get to that point. Okay. And some of you, it could be in a spiritual aspect, right? Because we have High Priestess here and Justice, the Emperor. Like, some of you could be doing this on a spiritual level, whether or not you're, you know, witches, healers, light workers, in a certain practice. You could be leveling up in that way. Some of you could be tarot readers. Some of you could be doing Reiki. Like, yeah, I get that, collective. We have the Hanged One, and we have King of Cups here that just popped out. Let's see what's underneath. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you could be, there's something here too, collective. You could be in the thought process of, should I stay or should I go? Should I continue to work on things, or should I let go of someone? Spirit is saying, you gotta recognize when, like, they're saying, like, enough is enough. There's some people that you can pour your heart out to. You could help them as much as you can try, but like, they're saying, it's like, it's kind of like the analogy of like, hey, you could bring a horse to the trough, but it's up to them if they want to drink the water, right? Like, there's some people that some people you can't heal, some people you can't fix, some people you can't, you know, level up with. You're gonna have to recognize when to walk away, because with the 5 of Swords here, it's like you're the last man standing. But at what cost? You know, at what cost will you continue to sacrifice? At what cost will you continue to, you know, not lower your vibration, but just, and not settle? It's just, Yeah, actually it could be. Lower your vibration, settle, like fight a battle that's not worth fighting. You know what I mean? Like some people have to save themselves. Some people have to, you know, I get the sense that collective, you could be recognizing that some people are more of a burden than what you asked for, or, you know, there's a lesson here for you that you're learning about people and the kind of relationships you have with them. Some people will drag you down. Some people don't want to heal. Some people aren't willing to do that work to look at themselves. Even if they know, like, hey, I should be doing this, or I should be, you know, they're not ready. They're not, they're not willing to accept. And I think a lot of that could be ego issues, because we have the Six of Wands here. You could be dealing with someone that has ego issues, could be very stubborn, could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, doesn't have to be, but I get that you're taking pause and you're recognizing like, you know, should I continue on this path and this journey to try to help this person or try to have this person in my life, or should I let them go, you know? And I just get that you're gonna see the light. Yeah. You're going to recognize you need to pour into your own cup. You need to love yourself and open yourself up to greater, to better. Because if you continue to hold on to things that, you know, aren't really working out, or kind of confusing, or leave you kind of, you know, they leave you kind of hanging, right? Because for some of you, this could be people that ghost you. You know, they get you really hyped up, and then there's a connection, there's a spark, and then it's like it falls flat, and it's this roller coaster of high, low, high, low, high, low. And you could have a lot of love for this person too, but if they keep you confused, or like, you know, it's all up and down and all over the place, then what's the point? I get for some of you, you're disconnecting and removing people like this from your life because you're recognizing it's a cycle that you just don't want to play. It's a game that you're like, I'm good. Good. I think some of you, you're recognizing you don't want to be on that merry-go-round. Okay. So let's see. Anything else? Anything else from this deck? Let's see, because I want to tap into some other decks. I know we're already at, I see 5155 on the clock right now. Yeah. Sometimes, collective, you hold yourself back from moving forward because you're holding on so tightly to what it is that you have or what you know. And Spirit is saying to step outside of that box, to get uncomfortable. Get used to being uncomfortable too, because I get that the direction that you're going, holy fuck, the direction that you're going, right? You're gonna need to get, you know, be used to standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself. You need to understand when people are trying to manipulate, when people are trying to have their way with you, when you need to put your guard up. But also recognizing that sometimes you miss out on opportunities because you're holding on to your comfort zones, right? Because if you see this person right here, they got all these packages in their hands and they need to walk through this door. But in order to walk through that door, something's got to give. Something has to be put down. And that's what Spirit is saying. It's like that. When you hold on too tightly to people, places, things that just, they had their place, they had their time, but it doesn't serve you in order to walk through this next door. It's kind of like, all right, well, who's holding who's back, right? Who's holding who back? Could be you. We have the Fool here. And I love too that this fell out when I said, get used to getting uncomfortable. Yeah, get used to getting uncomfortable, because sometimes we got to do shit outside of the box that may feel like, what the hell did I just get myself into? What am I doing? Right? Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. Because I get that with the Emperor energy. Sometimes, I mean, they're putting it like this. A lot of times when people get into those leadership positions and they make it look easy, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're scared half the time. But guess what? They're still making it happen. They're still figuring it out as they go. And a lot of times it's having people surrounding you that are intelligent, that are good at what they do, and that are good support. You know, you need those kind of people in your life, not the people that bring you down, not the people that try to manipulate and have their own agenda, not the people that you're constantly worried over and you don't feel like they have your back. You need to have people around you that, you know, love yourself and isolate until you have those right people around you. The people that want to grow, heal, and elevate. You can't do other people's healing work for them. They got to do it for themselves. So keep that in mind, collective. Yeah. I love when they come out with these cards of like, yep, temperance, yep. Yeah. We have the death card here. Something's got to close so something new can come in. I love too this depiction of death, right? Some of you definitely need to get grounded. Get your feet in the They just put that song. Oh my gosh. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world, cold beer in my hand, life is good today. Life is good today. Oh God, is this is this Margaritaville? Oh my gosh, I think that's what I was singing. Yeah, some of you, yeah, you need a break. You need to relax. And like I said before, it's about the duality, right? If you're gonna work hard, you gotta play hard too, honey. Like, you need to have that balance in your life. Can't be all work, can't be all play. And again, with the temperance here. Yes, and sun underneath. Ooh, I love too that the Empress came out. Yes. There's duality that's coming together. There's a union happening. Something's ending, so a union can come together. And I love too with the sun card. It's usually like a little kid riding bareback on a horse. But look, what is that? What is that? A union. Very interesting. I've never seen that in a sun card. And comparing it to like a union, because we had the Emperor and the Empress coming out. There's a union that's coming into play. And I get it. I get it, because it's a powerhouse couple. This is a powerhouse couple. In your own way, you could be very, very different, right? But this is a powerhouse couple that when you come together, you guys make shit happen. And I get to spiritually. I get very much so spiritually. Like, you guys would definitely have to place protection wards around the house. You would definitely have to cleanse and all that, because spiritually you would attract a lot. You would attract a lot of spirits. Like, it'd be like a full house. It'd be like a family reunion. That's what I'm getting. And I don't get like you guys would be related. I mean that like you're bringing a lot and they're bringing a lot. Like spirit wise, guide wise, like you guys are a unit. Yeah. Oh, I got the goosebumps. I got like the chills saying that, but I get spiritually, you guys are a powerhouse. And that's why spirit, like, you know, darkness would try to get in the way, try to steal that kind of love from your life, because you would do a lot of good. Why? Because what is the sun? Light. You are bringers of light. Some of you are like beacons. What I mean, like beacons, you guys are like, I don't even want to say lighthouses in the dark, you know, directing ships. I want to say like you shine brightly, like them, like those people at night that drive with them fucking LED high beams on, and you're just like, God, I can't see. Some of you are like that. You are beacons like that. Some of you attract spirits like that too. So interesting that they're talking about spirit, but I get that some of you could be mediums, some of you could be clairvoyants. You could have some of the a combination of the clairs, like claircognizant, clairsentience, the taste one. God, some of you smell things like perfumes and cigarettes, and you have your senses that are being heightened and awakened at this time, but it's because spirit is coming to you. And I hope you guys don't get scared by that. Oh my gosh, not me saying spirit is coming to you and you have travel. Some of you, and this is not gonna be for all, right? Some of you, your gifts and your mission here on this earth will be to help spirits that are stuck here to transition. Some of you are those kind of mediums that you will be giving a voice to spirits who have passed on, or helping them, praying over them, helping to move them on and elevate them for some of you. Because I get this isn't a mission or job for all, but they're saying that for some of you that is a mission, that is a part of your spiritual journey, that you're here, but you're also helping on the other side to move on spirits. And I only say that because some of you have had near-death experiences, whether this is like you almost died in childbirth, or you've had near-death experiences throughout your life where there were exit points, right? Like if you look at your timeline here so far, there were exit points in your lifetime where you could have passed on and spirit saved you in a way, and you've had a near-death experience that connected you even further to the spiritual plane. So for some of you that are here, because you have that connection to the other side, some of you are here to work spiritually to help others pass on because you are so still in tune and connected to that other side. It's kind of like children, right? Children are so innocent and they're so not connected with society yet, right? They're so not connected with that kind of that spell that we get under when it comes to, oh, we gotta go to school and work and this, that, and the other thing. Like when we get that pressure as adults, teenagers to adults, children are so very innocent that their reality is so different from ours and how they learn and how they absorb. But like for some of you, you've carried on those spiritual gifts that we get as little kids and you're still open in that way. Or some of you are amplifying, and it's gonna be like little kids, how they, oh my gosh, I can't, because the way that they're saying like this, like you are a vessel. Collective, you are a vessel for spirit. Some of you are voice boxes. Some of you, just the spirit, the light, the energy, the presence that you carry is so very important. And I don't want you to downplay yourself. I don't want you to downplay your gifts. I don't want you to feel, because I feel it. Some of you are like, I'm nothing important, I'm nothing special. And spirit's over here like, you are incredibly special. You are so important. You're so necessary here. And I feel like you need to hear that. You need to know that. Yeah, you need to know that, collective. We also have ebb and flow here. And I can't. With you're the fucking light. With the sun here. Yeah, you're the motherfucking light. Oof, yeah. Spark, creation, new beginning. Collective, you are here with big purpose. I also have big dreams. Maybe some of you don't dream big enough, but Spirit has a big mission for you, and I hope you're ready for it. All right, let's pull a message from the Believe in Your Magic Oracle deck, because you should believe in yourself. They're throwing me back to when Bad Bunny was at the Super Bowl, and he said it in Spanish, but he was just like, you definitely should believe in you. And I'm just like, dude, when he said that and I connected and I listened to that, I was in tears the whole fucking time, because my people, but when he said that, it was just like, I felt like he was talking to his inner child of like, hey, come close. You should believe in yourself, because look at how, you know, things are going to blow up for you. Look at how amazing life can be. And it's like, if you gave up at different points in your life, you know, Spirit is saying, don't give up. Don't give up, because something incredible is about to come in for you. Something amazing, something that you would have never dreamed about. You know, that's why Spirit's just like, dream bigger, because the way it's going to be big, right, is going to be big. All right, let's see. Yeah, thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Yeah, for some of you, you've let your crown be knocked down. You've let your power be taken from you, your voice taken from you, and this is you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, they just kind of cut me off. Some of you are going to be reconnecting with your power, calling back your power, but there's a sisterhood of the rose. Some of you need to look into that. Sisterhood of the Rose. They literally were just like, hey, have them, you guys got to look into that. I might even look into this after I get off this reading, but there's something about the Sisterhood of the Rose. It could be associated with Mary Magdalene, but some of you need to tap into that. Some of you are connected, they're saying like lineage or bloodline, but there's some of you are connected to that Sisterhood of the Rose. Roses could be your favorite flower too, but I'm definitely getting Sisterhood of the Rose. Some of you are needing to take back your power, but I also get some of you have ties and connections to that, whatever that group is, because honestly, I don't even know. I'm just kind of like, pfft. When I channel, like, sometimes I have to rewatch my messages, because I'm like, the amount of information that comes through, and I get it, like, I'm talking to you, right? but the messages that I'm receiving, or sometimes even just they're giving me a visual or they're giving me a song, or, you know, however these messages come in, right? Because I'm still learning my own gifts. A lot of times I'm just like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, they're saying it and I'm just like, okay, I know I have to say this to you guys, but I'm over here like, pero what is that? I'm over here like, okay, well, I guess I got to learn that too. I don't know. We have nostalgia here. If you're a millennial, you know we live in the nostalgia, right? We live in the past sometimes because we're like, damn, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this present? You know, like I just want to go be a kid and ride my bike outside and not fucking worry about no shit. But yeah, focus on the here and now, collective. Don't be stressing about the past. Don't be like anxious about the future. Focus on the here and now, what you're doing. Grow where you are planted, my beautiful collective. And if the environment doesn't work, then change up that fucking environment, right? If the people that you're around yourself, because they just put like a basket of fruit in my head, like a bowl of fruit, a basket of fruit, whatever. But like when there's rotten fruit next to fresh fruit, it's like it's only going to kind of influence for the negative. You need to cut out people from your life that have that negativity about them, that they're leeches or they're negative, because they're going to try to spoil the good things that are coming into your life. Okay? We also have expectations here. Yes, don't seek anyone's approval. That's so fucking right. That's so fucking right. Some of you, and look, she's holding a rose too. Oh, and look, I see these as like, do you guys remember in Brave, the will-o'-the-wisps, where she's just following these little elementals? Just saying, you still have spirit around you. Some of you are connected with fairies, elementals, like some of you are just not from here. And maybe some of you need to study elementals, fairy magic, like you need to study the fae, you need to study into earth magic and stuff. Yeah. Alrighty guys, yeah. Don't seek anyone's approval, because why? Fuck them. Fuck them and other people's opinions. You live your life for you. You live your life on your terms, and fuck what other people gotta say. Because guess what? They ain't paying your fucking bills and they don't own the rights. Oh my gosh. They just put the song in my head from Missy Elliott, the line of copywritten, so don't copy me. Y'all can't do it. Y'all do it sloppily or something like that. Yeah, some of you need to get that LLC. Some of you need to get copywritten, patent that shit. Yeah, you feel me? I know. Alrighty guys, sending you lots of love. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and of course, my website is down below for any kind of service. Not any kind of service. Hold on, back up. Woo! Putting the brakes. Candles, Reiki, and tarot. Okay, sending you guys lots of love. Bye.